Today I'm taking you with me on a Boda ride from Nsambya all the way to Kansanga, and along the way you are gonna see some of the changes happening around this part of Kampala. And this is not just a ride from one neighborhood to another, it's a look at how Kampala is changing slowly before our eyes. So right now we are in Nsambya, and you can see this is the US Embassy, and the road basically has a lot of a mix of border borders, private cars, pedestrians, and also businesses that are operating along the road. And Zambia has become increasingly important part of this side of Kampala because it connects several residential and commercial areas to the city center. We have Ggaba, Muyenga, Kabalagala, and Kansanga. And one of the biggest things you will notice on this ride is there is a lot of construction going on. There are quite a few developments happening along this corridor, and some of them are changing the look and the feel of the area. Road infrastructure is one of the major things to watch here because the entire Kabalagala road that connects to Nsambya is so much being widened. Like, there's construction going on. If you reach around Shell Kabalagala, you'll find some sort of traffic because the junction is being expanded. Yeah, so if you haven't been around here recently, you may notice quite a difference compared with the previous years. And we have Frein supermarket right there, which has also been a new development that was just completed, and it's a really good franchise. And this is one reason I wanted to film the journey instead of simply talking about it. You can actually see the road, the traffic, and some of the new businesses, and also some developments that are happening here as of August 2026. So as we continue towards Ggaba Road, you start getting a real sense of how busy this corridor has become. There are a lot of shops everywhere. There are restaurants, supermarkets, residential buildings, and so many new developments competing for space along the road. And yes, you'll reach at some point and there is traffic, and it is worse because of the construction that is also happening. Yeah, so one moment you're moving and the next moment you're barely moving at all. So depending on the hour you visit, it could be a little bit with traffic. And that is one advantage of taking a boda on a route like this. You get to move through smaller spaces and sometimes avoid some of the delays that cars experience. But at the same time, you have to be extremely careful because this is a very busy urban road. And as we move further, you keep an eye on the building and businesses around you. One thing that stands out about this part of Kampala is the combination of the older structures and the brand new developments that are happening. So for example, in Nsambya, you will see the new luxury Marriott property that has been under development along the Ggaba Road in Nsambya. It's almost done. I think it's already functional. And that is another indication of how this corridor is attracting large investments and building. So sometimes the most important changes are the things that are underneath, beside the road, like the drainage system, the junctions, the road surfaces, and also pedestrian paths. And KCCA has also identified drainage improvements in areas including Kansanga, Ggaba, and part of its wider infrastructure program. And that is particularly important during Kampala heavy rains. So as you watch this ride, pay attention to not only the buildings but also the road layouts and how people are actually using the space. So from Kabalagala towards Kansanga, it has become a combination of old Kampala and new Kampala. You will see established businesses and that have been here sitting for the next year. You'll see new construction, you'll see busy junctions, you'll see borders everywhere, and you also see how much commercial activity is happening along this road. And when you're sitting inside the car, you can easily miss what is happening around you. But in a Boda Boda, you're much closer to everything. You can see the small businesses, the people walking, the construction. And still, as you head towards Kansanga, this area also continued to develop rapidly, particularly with apartments, restaurants, and also small other businesses. The market still exists and it's really beautiful. And the story is really bigger here. Kampala is constantly changing. Some roads are being reconstructed as of August 2026, and new buildings are going up. Neighborhoods that are mainly residential are becoming much more commercial as well, because more buildings also mean more people, more cars, more Boda Bodas, more pressure on the road. That is why projects involving roads, drainage, and traffic management is so important. So the KCCA road program has several projects at different stages, with some roads which are now almost nearing completion and others are still continuing. So this video is just a snapshot of Kampala at a particular moment in time. A few months from now, some of these places may look completely different again. So no fancy tour bus, no studios, so it's just you and me and the Boda Boda streets of Kampala. And then as we reach Kansanga, you guys, thank you for watching this video. And if you're watching this from outside Uganda, welcome to Kampala. This is what an ordinary journey through one of the city's busiest corridors can look like as of August 2026. There is still much more developments happening, and I think it will be very interesting to come back here in another year and compare really what has changed. So this is my journey from Nsambya to Kansanga by Boda Boda, and if you enjoy seeing Kampala from this perspective, make sure you subscribe to this channel, because I'll be taking you through more roads, neighborhoods, and destinations around Uganda and East Africa. And if there is a particular Kampala road you want me to ride next, leave it in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.